Snow Friends by Christina, Butler, and Tina McNaughton. Little Bear woke early from his deep winter sleep. As he yawned and stretched, he looked out of the bear cave and gasped. The world was covered with a thick white blanket, sparkling in the sunshine. "Ooh," he cried, "snow!" and he raced out to play. Little Bear went rolling and skidding down the hillside, racing faster and faster. He rushed through the trees, shaking the branches to make tiny white snowstorms. He stomped and stamped in crunchy snow, making trails of footprints that circled and twirled. Little Bear climbed up a hill and gazed out at the whiteness. The mountains and forests were still and silent. He looked around for someone to play with, but he couldn't see anyone, anywhere. "Hello!" he cried. "Hello!" came back his echo, but no one else replied. Little Bear was all alone. "Oh dear," he sighed, "if only I had someone to play with." And he fell with a plop into the big snowdrift. But then Little Bear had an idea. He began to make a snowball bigger and bigger. "If I make a really big snowball," he thought, "I could build a snowman, and then I would have someone to play with." So he rolled and rolled a shiny round snowman body until he was nearly as big as he was. Little Bear was so busy with his snowball that he didn't see Otter swimming across the lake. "Hello!" cried Otter, racing up. "What are you doing?" "I'm making a snowman, the best snowman ever," replied Little Bear. "Wow," said Otter, "that sounds like fun. Can I help?" "That would be great," said Little Bear. So they pushed and they puffed until they couldn't roll the snowball any farther. Little Bear and Otter stopped for a rest, but just then they heard a muffled voice. "Hey, what's going on?" it cried. "Everything's gotten dark." "My snowball's talking," squeaked Little Bear. "No," laughed Otter. "The noise is underneath. Quick!" And together they pushed as hard as they could until the big snowball creaked away to one side. A rabbit popped up from his burrow. "Who turned off the light?" he said crossly. "Sorry," said Little Bear. "We're building the best snowman ever, and it got stuck on top of your burrow," giggled Otter. "Funny snowman," said Rabbit, laughing. "It doesn't have a head." "We haven't made his head yet," said Little Bear. "You can help if you like." So Rabbit helped to make the snowman's head and gave him a big, happy smile. Then Otter went back to the river for some sticks. Little Bear found a few nuts left in his winter store. Rabbit picked out the very best carrot from his pantry. They built the snowman together with Otter's sticks for arms and the nuts from Little Bear's store for his eyes. Finally, Rabbit climbed onto Little Bear's shoulders and pushed the carrot nose in place. Otter laughed and cheered. "Hooray! The best snowman ever was finished." For the rest of the day, they played with the snowman in the snow. They played hide and seek and chase, and huge snowball fights left them giggling and gasping for breath. At last, as the sky turned orange and the sun set, the three friends talked about what games they would play the next day. "Let's go exploring," said Rabbit. "But what about Snowman?" said Little Bear. "We can't leave him all on his own." "Let's build him a friend then," said Otter. So they rolled and patted and shaped some more until they made a perfect little snowman. By the time they had finished, the stars were twinkling in the sky. Tired and happy, they crashed in a heap and watched with wonder as the snowman and his friend turned to silver in the moonlight. "He's the best snowman in the world," whispered Little Bear. "And he'll never be lonely now that he has a friend," said Otter. "Yes," Rabbit smiled, "just like us." So there's their snowman off in the distance. There's the spring starting to melt a little. All right, so today we're going to make our own little snowman, and we're going to use it out of a recycled water bottle. So the first thing that we do is we need to take a water bottle, and you know, if there's a little bit of water in it, you can shake it out and then let it air dry. So it's nice and dry in there. We don't want it wet because we don't want the cotton balls to get wet. So we're just using some cotton puffs, and we're just gonna stuff our bottle till it's nice and full and fluffy inside. Shake them down until you're adding more until the bottle's full. Oh, it's just about full. Alrighty. So then I just went ahead and cut a piece of felt. So you could just use a piece of material if you have scraps of material at home. If you don't have that, you could even just use a piece of paper. So I cut a piece of felt, and I'm just putting some glue on my felt. Just need a little bit. It's going to take a few minutes to dry, and I wrap that around my snowman. I have a little glue in the back here. All right, and then you can draw eyes, or you can use your little googly eyes if you have these for craft supplies at home. So find some eyes that you like. These ones are nice and big. And then for the nose, I have another piece of felt, and again, you can use paper if you don't have felt at home. So I just cut a nice triangle for his nose. We're going to add that. So see how my faces look different depending on the size and the eyes and the shape of his nose. So then I just took a marker, your black marker or whatever marker you have at home that's permanent, and drew his mouth. And you can use buttons or sequins down the front for his front of his belly where his buttons are supposed to be. We'll add some of those. Find another one. So just look around your house and try to find things that you have. You don't have to buy all new craft supplies to make the crafts. You can use stuff that you have around your house, so buttons or sequins or whatever you have. And then on this guy, I don't have a hat, but I'm going to show you how I would have made a hat. So I'm going to start with just a piece of felt. Again, you can just use a piece of scrap material that you have. If you have an old t-shirt or just some old sewing scraps at your house. So I haven't measured this, but I'm going to just give it a try and see. So that might be a little bit too big. So I'm just freely cutting a circle. And if you don't think you can cut a circle, you can find something around your house to trace. So that's my circle. It's probably about 10 or 12 centimeters across. And what I'm going to do is just put some glue around the top of the bottle. And then I'm just going to press my circle on there, and it's all just going to bunch up and look like a little hat. So to get that to stay until it's dry, I have an elastic. And I'm just going to put my elastic on and wrap it around the top of the bottle. Oops. Wrap that around the top of the bottle until the glue sets on his hat. So once his hat is stuck on there, you can take the elastic off and it's going to look more like a hat without the elastic. The other option that you could do is you could take some colored tape or a colored marker and you can just color the lid of your bottle or decorate the lid and screw it back on, and you can use that as his hat. So good luck making your snowman.